Hello, my name is Anthony. I've decided to do the interview project for my final assignment for COMM 631. This is just a quick agenda of what we'll be going throughout this presentation. So the person I decided to interview for this assignment is Jeff Howell, the self-proclaimed most electrifying man in home healthcare. He is my ex-boss when I worked at the company AliaCare. It's a home healthcare SaaS company. He's currently the director of growth at AliaCare and really uses his marketing capabilities to grow the business, which is one of the fastest growing startups in Canada right now. I consider him a mentor of mine, and we talk pretty often, so I decided to interview him. So very quickly, how we conducted this interview was just a quick Zoom call. We couldn't meet in person. We spent a good time chatting and catching up and just talking about the industry, and sent him the questions that I was going to be asking him prior to the interview. Just had a good time. These next few slides are just going over some of the questions that I asked him during our interview. Due to the time limitations of this assignment, I'll just go over some of the highlights from the questions that we asked. But in terms of his enjoyment and pride, he likes to build relationships and solve people's problems. That's what makes his job most enjoyable and something he's very proud of being able to do. And for digital marketing, which I found to be an interesting topic for an interview, was that he believes it's 50-50 in comparison with traditional marketing methods that we see today. He believes that digital marketing is at the top of the funnel, and it's the first step in people's experience with the company. Jeff had actually mentioned that digital marketing is like the guy that introduces you to the girl at the bar. The following questions pertain more to students like myself or people that are interested in becoming a marketer or people that are interested in the industry. He gives us some pretty good tips and some good advice on how to breach into the industry and how to really stand out. A couple of highlights from that are the ability for someone to take the initiative to learn outside of school, and next, the ability to build relationships with people. Jeff is really adamant that building relationships is one of the most important skills someone can have for their career. So one of the questions that really stuck with me that I didn't highlight in the previous slides were about the trends of marketing and what we're seeing today and what we can see in the next few years. Jeff really mentioned that automation today can be really sequential and very automated. So he likes to think that people are going to flip into the other direction and start to become a bit more personal with their outreach. We think that if someone sees that someone has put in a lot of time and investment into their outreach, they're much more likely to be engaged. And I feel like it's a good way to think when both applying for jobs and also just marketing a product or service. The next question and answer that really stuck with me is 2 tips that he would offer to students thinking of a career in marketing. Jeff had mentioned a book that he read called Purple Cow, and he urges students to be that purple cow. Now, this concept kind of explains standing out and being that thing that gets your attention. If you saw a purple cow driving in a field, you would probably know exactly what you were wearing, exactly what you were driving when you saw that purple cow. So this whole thing just kind of goes to show that you have to be the one that stands out, and you have to be the one that really is memorable to that person. What I really took away from my time interviewing Jeff was that it's important to build relationships. It's not only the numbers and the concepts and everything like that, it's being able to be a genuine person outreaching to people, whether it's clients, partners, potential clients, anything like that. It relates to a lot of the marketing nuggets we've talked to, and especially Lagniappe. I think it's very important to go that extra mile and be that purple cow, like I talked about. Gaining the attention is one of the most important things. If you don't have their attentions, even if you check off the boxes of everything, you could have the perfect product, the perfect service, but if you don't get someone's attention, you're not going to get their business, and they won't be able to know who you are as a company or as a person. If there's anything I could take away from this, it's just to be a genuine person and have the ability to gain someone's attention. So we've reached the end of my presentation, and it's time to say goodbye. I hope you're listening to that sad song that I put on for my favorite movie, Step Brothers. Thanks again for a great semester, to the profs and to the PAs. I really appreciate everything you guys have done for us, and I love the way you guys present all of your course content. I found it to be both enjoyable and informative. Thanks again to Jeff for allowing me to speak to you. I think you're the king of content, and I hope to catch up soon. Fun note, recently I got hired as a growth manager at a sports and lifestyle company that I work with currently called Lug Hockey, and I can't wait to apply this knowledge and see how we can really take take me into growing this business that I'm now a part of. So thank you once again. Enjoy these pictures of my new kitten, and goodbye.